Put up. Put a 50 round on that Glock. Put a when you driving the top. I put your button there, I can't stop.
What's good with you guys, man? I'm back with another YouTube video today. And today we got part 3 in the final part of the Chris Watts series. This was a 3-part series. If this is the first one you're watching, it only makes sense that you watch the first 2 parts so you can understand what's happening and what's going on. You know, I've been getting some good feedback on these videos, so I'm gonna keep doing them. And yeah, if you guys don't know, we just hit 3K. We just hit 3.1K. I'm sorry. Yeah, we've been growing rapidly. I just want to say thank you guys for liking the videos, and we only going up, man. The quality is getting higher. As you guys will see in the end of this video, I have an outro now. Like, it's just so many things are changing, and you guys are seeing it happen. You guys are seeing me from 1,000 subscribers all the way up. And if you just subscribed now, you still gang. I still fuck with you. I support all my subscribers. I don't care if you subscribe when I had 2,000, 400, whatever. Fuck with all of you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. And let's get right into this. Oh, and by the way, this video is 30 minutes long. Get something to eat or something.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
Chris,
I know.
Chris, stop. It's time. Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath right now.
There's a reason you feel sick to your stomach. And when people hold stuff inside, it makes you physically ill. And I can just tell on your face, I could tell from the second you walked in that you were wanting to just come clean and just be done with this.
This is a technique known as social exchange, an interpersonal persuasion strategy in which the interrogator provides the suspect with a psychological reward in return for the information they need. In this case, she's trying to convince Chris that the alleviation of mental weight is a worthy trade for a confession. She does this in a manner that protects his self-esteem by giving him appreciative reinforcements.
And I appreciate that because you knew sitting down in that chair that you weren't going to pass today. And you knew I was going to find out because I told you that. And then you continued to stay knowing that you could, at the end, say, you know what? I just need to get this off my chest.
Everything that I've told you, I did not lie on this polygraph. I am...
I get what the dude just said. That's a tactic, but that's a really dumb tactic. Because if anything, that makes him a bad person for sitting through it thinking that he would pass. So... hey, I'm no detective, so who knows?
I don't know how much I could tell you right now. Like, I did not.
It's not even an option right now because you did not pass the polygraph. So I know you were being deceptive. So that's not even an issue right now. The issue right now is what happened to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste.
The following tactic is called the futility technique, a building block to induce a sense in a suspect that any resistance on behalf of their cause is futile due to the overwhelming evidence against them. This was obviously not the case, as polygraphs are not admissible evidence, and Chris was in fact still free to leave at this point.
That's the issue right now.
Great.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
I've...
I know you want to tell us. I can see it in your face. Holding this lie in is going to do nothing for you.
I know this. Like,
okay.
I'm not, like, trying to, like, cover things up, like...
Yeah, but you kind of are, because it's normal.
This is no longer an interview to collect information. The steps of asking questions and receiving answers is over, and the interrogators are now in the process of leading the suspect into a state of mental exhaustion. The detectives will attentively watch for denials and stop them before they can be voiced. Letting the suspect deny his guilt will only increase his confidence and prolong his cerebral stamina.
Normal people would do that. Normal people that make a mistake initially are going to go, I don't know what you're talking about, I didn't do anything. That's normal. I would expect that. That's a natural reaction that someone's going to initially lie about something like that and then eventually tell the truth. So this is your eventually telling the truth time. This is where the rubber meets the road, Chris. Like, don't let this continue any longer, please.
I'm not trying to make anything continue. Like, I want them back home, like...
But you know they're not coming back home. You know that.
I don't know in the back of my head. I hope they come back home.
But you know they're not.
Chris, Tammy and I are confused, okay? And here's what we're confused about. I told you that we've done some work overnight.
Yeah.
I told you that we've got a lot of leads, okay? That wasn't a lie.
I know.
We know a lot more than you think we do, okay?
The dossier technique is a variant of the futility technique, the only difference being that the detectives are far more cryptic and often deceptive about the evidence they have. This will hint at things in a vague manner for the purpose of escalating a suspect's uncertainty.
Where are they?
I don't know where they're at. Honestly, I do not know where they are at. If I could have my babies back home right now, I would. I want them back. I want everybody back. That is the God's honest.
Hey, honestly, I don't even know if he's being genuinely honest, because maybe he is feeling guilt for what he did and he do want them back, or maybe obviously he's probably just saying this just so he can get sympathy or just have the police think that he didn't do it. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I can't dive into the minds of these people. These people are psychotic, bro. Like, it's crazy. These aren't normal people like you and me. These people are sick.
True.
Although
That's not even a word. That's disrespectful to people that are sick. Like, this is, I don't know. This is crazy, though.
detectives want to intensify Chris's psychological stress levels, they do not want him to become reactively agitated, as this could lead him to objecting and resisting every step of the way, and the interrogation will never get off the ground. It also significantly increases the chances of him requesting legal counsel and ending the interrogation outright. This elicits the interrogator to change approach and utilize what is known as the ego-up technique, where the detective will build on the self-respect of the suspect through positive reinforcement.
It is very surprising to me, and it warms my heart that you're the type of dad who can pack a bag in the morning, and you know just what to put in there. You know just what to put in there as a backup in case they have an accident. Okay, you know what the clothes to put in there. You know what they have for breakfast. You know what they have for a snack and a dinner and a nighttime snack. You can tell me the book you read to your daughters. Okay, I know you love them, but you are here today lying about something else. So we need to talk about that. Okay.
About your daughter.
I know. And this is very good. Keep
I saw her, took my breath away, and I'd never thought in a million years that could happen.
I know.
I never felt that way about anybody in my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not proud of it. She accused me of it. I denied it. I cheated on her, and I feel horrible for it. Like, she was pregnant, and it was, I don't want to, I didn't hurt her.
You're doing a good job. This is the Chris that I knew would come out today. This is the Chris who tells the truth because you're a truth teller. I don't think this girl did anything to hurt anybody. We're going to leave her out of it.
Okay.
Get back to your wife and your daughters.
Okay.
Where are they?
Hey, y'all, imagine I just made 3 videos on this case and he didn't go to jail. Or if he did go to jail, he didn't go to jail for a long time. I'd be so pissed. I'm pretty sure he did go to jail for a while, though, but this is the last one, so at the end of this video, we'll see.
That I do not know. That was what I was holding back. Like, I didn't know, like, what I did. I know.
Chris, in the interview today, you weren't asked about infidelity. You were asked about...
I was holding back from last night.
That's
When
not
you
why
talk-
you failed today.
That's not how that works.
Here's the challenge that we have. We knew about Nikki, and so we didn't need to ask you about her in the polygraph. We just didn't need to, because we knew, okay? And so that's why we didn't ask you, because we already knew the answer, okay? We're very, very worried about your daughters and your wife. I am too. This should have been the happiest time of your marriage, okay? You and Shanann. This should have been the happiest time. She's making a little money. She's making good money. You're making great money. You both have a job. You have beautiful kids. You have a beautiful house. You're in Colorado. Clean air, good people. Okay? And on top of that, you look pretty good now. You're pretty fit. Okay? This should have been a time in your marriage where you guys were happy and thriving and productive. Okay? And I believe that Shanann's the reason none of that happened.
This is called the how and why solution, a technique that allows the suspect to admit a lesser act and blame the victims, while at the same time minimizing the crime and motivations of his actions.
I believe that she's a controlling person. Maybe doesn't listen to you as much as she should. I think that she can do whatever she wants and you can't. Okay? I think if you were to go to a restaurant, she would order whatever the hell she wants.
Hey, I know with some people that are like sensitive to certain things, but bro, torture. Hear me out real quick. Torture, right? This is mental torture what they're doing to him. But just imagine if they just got like a big ass dude in a room with people like him, rapist, whatever, any people that commit like fucked up crimes like terrorism, anything like that, and like handcuff them or not. This guy's big as fuck. He's not losing. And just have the dude or multiple dudes beat the shit out of these people until they confess. But at the same time, they probably wouldn't look good in court. But shit, they gotta legalize that. Like, hey, I was about to say vote me for president, but shit, you gotta be 35 and older to be president. So I don't even know when the fuck I'll be 35. 2040, yeah, in 2040 I'd be 35. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. What's wrong with me? But bro, just bro, am I tripping? But I think torture would be a very, very, very effective way of getting information out of these people. But then you could say like, oh yeah, he was beaten to giving an alibi. But at the same time, maybe I'm saying some bullshit right now. Maybe. Let's get back into this.
And as soon as you order a nice steak, she says, well, buddy, that's because you're a good person. And I think that she started on the path to leave the marriage. Okay? It's ironic that we're talking about you and Nikki. I think that she was the one who started on that path first. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't have thought about
Okay. The other thing I think is interesting is, even though she is that type of person that's controlling, doesn't listen, does what she wants, is walking away from her kids, here you are defending her. Because to your core, you want to take care of the people you love. Okay. And that's the reason why we want to give you an opportunity today to just help us find them. Okay. Chris, right now your dad's outside. He flew across the country to help you. Okay. You're lying to him. You're lied to everyone you talk to. And they all bought it. Will you please help us find your babies?
I want to find them. I've told you over and over, I want to find everyone.
Can you understand that some of this just doesn't make sense to us? How is it possible that a woman and 2 kids are just completely gone off the face of the earth?
I promise you, I have nothing on my hands I did nothing to those kids or her to make them vanish.
As the interrogation goes on, the constant and relentless psychological pressure essentially puts Chris at the edge of his ability to function cognitively. It's a slow and methodical process of breaking down his resistance while maintaining a balance of pugnacious and reassuring psychological techniques.
I just find it hard to...
And if you guys do end up going to jail or prison or just even having an interaction with the police to where you have to be detained, you don't have to talk to them. Like they say, you have the right to remain silent. Like just because they invite you down to or just because like, you don't have to talk to detectives. You don't have to talk to anyone because these people do this all the time. They're trained in this. They are skilled. They know how to like this dude that's narrating this. He's saying all the tactics they use. They have so much of an upper hand on you. Like, even if it's something minor like weed or something, just don't talk to them, period. Just be like, I want my lawyer, or just literally just sit there and just let them talk to you and you just don't say anything back. Because that's going to get old real quick. They know you're not going to say nothing. And if you do say something, just say, I want to speak to a lawyer, or I'm not talking to y'all without a lawyer present. You know? Or you could just, like, tell them your story, tell them your half, and if they start asking any other bullshit, Just say no. Like, just be like, all right, yeah, I'm not talking to y'all no more. Once again, y'all probably don't need me to tell y'all that, but just gotta say it just because.
Hear you talk about just having this emotional, conversation with Shanann, and you're bawling and crying together, and you have not shed one tear in 2 days that you've been here. Not one. And help me understand that, because I don't get it. These are your baby girls, and you have not shed one tear over them not being around. Chris, I lose my 4-year-old in the store for 10 seconds, and I start to go panic. I have not seen any of that from you at all. Help me understand that.
I love those girls. I would never do any just because I haven't shed a tear. You get
no, that's weird. Is that weird?
Don't look into that like I don't love my kids.
Tell me,
wife.
explain to me. You're crying with your wife that you're leaving her.
Yeah.
But you don't cry that your 2 little baby girls.
I'm hoping they're still around. I'm hoping they're still somewhere.
In the next moments, you will see step 7 of the Reid interrogation technique known as the alternative question, where the suspect is given an alternative and far more morally acceptable choice for what happened.
Chris, did Shanann do something to them?
No, I don't know.
I'm serious.
I have no clue.
No, you would have known, because they didn't leave the house. Did Shanann do something to them, and then did you feel like you had to do something to Shanann?
They were at the house when I left. They were there.
They weren't there. They didn't leave. They vanished.
They were there.
The only way they could have left is in your truck.
Did Shanann do something?
Something happened in the house that you know about. We know that something happened to all 3 of them. But I want to know, did something happen to these baby girls first that you had to take into your own hands and deal with?
You had to clean it up for Shanann.
Chris, you gotta tell us. There's something that happened to these baby girls. Look at them.
I know. Before you came in, I was watching videos.
We have no doubt you love these girls with all of your heart. I have no doubt. But we make mistakes.
That's okay.
It's what we do with those mistakes that make us who we are.
Chris, it seems like you're thinking about it right now. What are you thinking about?
She couldn't have.
I feel like you cleaned up for her. I feel like that's the type of guy that you are.
Chris, this is a weight that's going to be on you for the rest of your life until we resolve it tonight. Unless we can talk about this more tonight, this is going to follow you forever. I promise you, when you start talking to us, you will feel better.
Chris, we're giving you a lifeline right now. You need to take it. You need to reach out and take it. Chris, you took them out of the house with their blankets and their animals. And that's because you cared. That's what a caring dad does. And you either cleaned up after Shanann or you made the mistake. And I mean, I want to believe that maybe Shanann did it and you felt compelled to fix this so Shanann didn't look bad. That's what I want to believe. But I don't know, you're not telling me that, so it makes me think the worst. Like, did you
I did not do anything.
all 3 of them?
I
Like,
did not do anything to these kids. Not do anything.
what did Shanann do to them? Tell us, Chris. Chicks are crazy.
Can I talk to my dad or something?
Absolutely.
Come.
Do you want to bring him in here?
No, I just need to talk to my dad. Like, he flew across the country.
Hey, Chris,
I can't.
how about this? If we brought your dad in here, would you please tell him what happened?
And you need to realize that your dad is not going to stop loving you no matter what you tell him. You are his child, and he will not stop loving you.
Never.
Ever.
And this is not the last chapter in anyone's story. At all. Okay. Hey, Chris, we're gonna let you have, however much time you need, okay?
Sure. You gonna leave us in there or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us what's going on with me, or?
And this, polygraph, failed it. Yeah, 'cause there's
Too much emotions.
it's,
Anything else you want to tell me, what's going on, or what happened, or anything about?
when we had that conversation that morning, it was emotional, it was, told her about separation and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. What happened after that?
I mean, I went downstairs. I want to protect her.
What?
I want to protect her.
You don't want to protect her?
I don't know what else to say.
She hurt him?
This motherfucker. I know he didn't just put that on his wife. This dude is slimy as fuck, man.
And what now? I doubt not her.
You hurt her?
One,
Just mother? Or choking?
I didn't hear anything. When I was downstairs, I came back up. They were gone. Talking about separation and everything about,
She lost her.
I don't know, like, what else to say, like, I freaked out. Those are my kids. I heard like a little commotion upstairs, but I didn't think anything of it.
Mm-hmm. And then you went back upstairs and she was,
There, I could see, like, she was on top.
choking her for that.
Even if that was true, right? Let's just say the wife did do something to the kids, his daughters, and he did something to the wife. Why wouldn't he, like, call the cops on the scene and just admit it right there, like, yeah, my wife did this to my kids and then I did this to her? Like, I mean, I guess that is risky, because what if the cops don't believe you? I don't know. That's a weird situation right there. Obviously, that didn't happen, though. This guy is a fucking weirdo.
Did she tell him?
They're blue.
Both of them.
Yeah.
She choked both of them to death.
I freaked out at the same thing.
Wait, is that his dad? No way this dumbass nigga tells his dad this while he's in the interrogation room with cameras on. Like, is he stupid? Well, of course he's stupid. Obviously he's stupid.
Yeah, I like the order. See. Rage.
What's that?
Less than 10 seconds after the mention of the word lawyer, the detectives re-enter the room and immediately reinforce Chris with non-verbal empathic communication. They immediately divert Chris's attention from the well-informed advice of his father to their own appreciative reception of his contemporary admittance.
Chris, help us work through this with you, okay? Will you tell us what you told your dad?
She was in there with her. On top of her. Freaked out. I ran in there and got on top of her.
What'd you do?
She blew. That was my babies. Those are my kids.
What happened?
Nothing to hurt.
Shannon?
Although not the full avowal they are pursuing, Chris has still confessed partly to the crimes, and they now have one foot in the door. He is no longer free to leave. The interrogation now returns to a non-suggestive process, where the detectives will collect further information, where they will not contaminate with excessive or direct input.
Nothing
I have no idea what's going on. I'm shaking. Both my kids are blue and they're gone.
So I'm guessing this guy on the left is his dad. Imagine, like I say this all the time, I know I have a lot of older viewers, and I know some of you guys have children. Imagine if you guys as kids, or whoever of you have kids, right? Imagine if you found out your kid did some like diabolical shit, like some real fucked up shit. Obviously love never ends. Like, even when people divorce, they still love each other. They just can't be with each other. So obviously you'll still love your kids, but you know right from wrong. Like, you have to turn them in. So if some of you guys have kids, let me know in the comments what you guys would do if you found out that your kids like did some crazy shit.
So horrible for what I did. I don't know what to do.
It's the hard part. We have left details where they're at.
You can help you get them out of the cold.
At that first location I went to that day. I don't know what to do.
I know.
I didn't know what to fucking do. Like, none of this made sense. Why would she hurt my fucking girls? I'm sorry.
I know.
I know you are. I know you came in today to do the right thing. Where'd you put them? Put them out there.
In the truck.
Did Shanann fight back at all? When you did that?
The rage that I had after seeing that, not much. I didn't know what else to do.
I know, so tell me what you did. I know.
I didn't know what else to do. I was so scared.
I know.
It's like, my wife just did this, Dad just did that. What do I do?
Right.
You were in a tough spot. I mean, what can you do, right?
Your body.
That's crazy that niggas will sit right in front of your face and lie. This nigga is in tears, crying, and he's lying. Like, that's not true. Like, what the hell?
Kind of takes over and
What's gonna happen?
We're gonna help them get out of there. Chris, I know they're gone, but they're still your babies, and you're still their dad.
you don't want them out there.
I don't want them out there.
And you don't want someone else to find them out there. You don't, I promise you. You give us a second so we can kind of get some things arranged. Can you do that?
I don't know what the fuck to do. This is just fucking horrible. I've always said she was an unstable person, but I never thought that in a million years that could happen. Why did this happen to me? Well, why did this happen to those two little girls?
Bro, people like this are gonna fold in prison, bro. I promise you they are. Because these guys aren't gangsters. These guys aren't, like, serial killers. Like, they don't kill multiple people. People like this dude, they are gonna get fucked up in prison. And I hope it happens. I hope it happens. And it's gonna happen. Because this dude, I could already tell how he's going to be in prison. He's going to be kind of laid back, obviously. Like, I don't know. You never know with people like this, man. Such weird personalities. I hope he is going to get what he got coming to him. They said that he isn't free to leave no more. You see, like, you could say one thing, then boom, yeah, you're not free to leave. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Do not talk to police. Especially when you in that detective room, bro. They are not your friend. Like, you see how she was she was like patting his back and stuff. Like, bro, she's not your friend. Her job is to incriminate you. That's literally all her job is to do. She isn't there to help you get out. She's not doing none of that. She's a detective. She's an interrogator. Like, she's there to interrogate you. But hey, this guy is stupid. He wouldn't know that. Fucking loser. Let's get back into this. We have 8 minutes left. Hope you guys aren't too deep into your popcorn. Leave some. So we got 8 minutes left.
That's like on the old news anytime soon.
No, not tonight. Whereabouts? The Shanann and the girls.
Shanann right there.
Is that S for Shanann? Okay. And where are the girls at?
Here.
In these?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you dig this out? I'm assuming that's under dirt. How did you dig that?
So I show on that my truck still with that.
So it sounds like, it feels like to me, now we know pretty well how to go get him. Is there anything else we need to know?
What do you think of that, Chris?
Let my family down. Let my dad down, let my mom, sister, nephew, nieces, friends, co-workers.
Can I ask you another tough question? You just get it all on the table. When you see Shanann choking, strangling Celeste, and you get her off of Celeste, do you think about calling an ambulance?
I see you laying there blue and limp.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen something like that in my life. She just laid over, nothing was moving at all, no gasp of breath.
So,
Just totally just blue.
After the baseline information of Chris's version of events is gathered, he is now locked into an alibi and timeline of affairs that forensics will subsequently examine and dissect in ways so they can use it against him. The tone of the interrogation then reverts back from information gathering to a confrontational nature.
So Chris, you're doing this job for a long time.
I know.
I know a lot about psychology and as far as what people are thinking.
Bro, I love forensics and DNA because you can't lie about that. That's undisputable. I was watching this Netflix series. It's called Unbelievable. If you guys haven't watched it, oh my God, you should check it out. It's really good. It's about these girls got raped by this guy, and it basically just shows you the steps that the detectives took to find this guy. He would leave clean crime scenes, but then he kind of got sloppy. And I'm not going to tell you guys what happened, but just know you guys should watch it. It's called Unbelievable, and it's on Netflix. It's 8 episodes. Each episode is 40 minutes, somewhere around 6 or 5 hours or something like that. It would take you to finish it. Trust me, it's a good watch. But yeah, like I was saying, man, forensics and DNA, it's so crazy because they can't lie about those, yeah.
Most parents will never even want to fathom that their kid is dead. Even if their kid's stiff, blue in bed, stiff been dead all night, they still call an ambulance to see if someone can revive their child. And when the ambulance gets there and they're gosh, their kid's been dead all night, there's nothing we can do. And the parents why are you not doing something? What are you talking about? So that's what we're used to. So That's why I want you to explain to me, like, what was going on in your head and...
The rage that I felt for what she did, it just took over.
I would hate for Shanann to get a bad rap if she didn't have anything to do with it. You know, it's not fair.
I know.
It's not fair.
There is no technical term for this approach, yet it's a clear attempt by the detective to interconnect to the suspect's sense of morality, which is always under the assumption that they have any.
Like, enough bad stuff has happened. Like, we need to stop the bad stuff from happening. So, you want to tell us the truth?
That is true.
So you're good with the public knowing that Shanann killed her daughters?
I did not hurt these girls.
Are you okay with the public knowing that Shanann?
Yes, because I did not hurt these girls.
Chris, I'm not sure I believe you.
Are you sure Shanann didn't catch you in?
No, my God, no.
Don't get mad, but what it looks like is that you found a new life, and the only way to get that new life was to get rid of the old life. And I think that you killed these girls before their mom came home, and then killed Shanann. And that's what we're kind of left, that's what we have to believe, because it just doesn't make sense. I mean, to her point, if I walked in and my kid was decapitated, I'd call an ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Knowing there's no hope.
it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. So either you're this monster who says,
No.
I just want this young, hot girlfriend, so I'm going to kill everyone and hope it works out, or something. So I think we're very, very close to the truth, but not quite there yet. So if you're not that monster,
I'm not a monster.
so what's going to happen when their cause of death comes back to you for the girls?
It's not going to.
Okay. You sure?
I'm 100% positive it's not going to come back to me.
And what happens when a coroner looks and says, sees your fingerprints on her neck?
It's not going to be my fingerprints.
Okay. What's it going to be?
It's going to be Shanann.
Why take their bodies out of the house and bury them?
I was scared. I didn't know what else to do.
Okay.
Nothing was gonna, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't know what to do.
Scared of what?
Scared of what everything was gonna look like. My 2 babies were gone,
Mm-hmm.
and I just did that to my wife. And I was the only one left in the house. What do you expect is gonna happen?
Yeah. It did look bad, right?
And look, I mean, this was a nightmare.
Yeah. Okay. Yesterday when you were talking, and again, this is before we kind of got to this moment today, you mentioned that we were talking, you said, I don't know where they are, I don't know where they are, and then you said something along the lines of, whatever happened to them, this act of pure evil. What does that mean?
It's evil that I saw when I walked behind Shanann and she was on top of CC. And then I felt evil for what I did to Shanann.
Okay. So after we look at their bodies, we're going to have a lot more questions. Things are going to be different then, but if you're willing, we'd love to talk to you then too. Now that we know what we know, we're going to, I need to check that you don't have any weapons on you or anything like that. Do you have any weapons on you? Okay. We'll do that. We'll go to the bathroom. I'm not going to go in the stall with you, but I'm going to go with you. And then we'll come right back here and we'll make a decision about how the rest of the night goes. All right, so you might stand it up so I can check.
This interrogation was a true testimony of how mental fatigue can restructure an individual's cognitive rationale. Chris maintained his innocence even after the failed polygraph, and if he had kept that stance, he would have walked out of that police department as a free man for at least another night. Yet, after a prolonged state of isolation, anxiety, and fear, coupled with the cerebral influencing tactics of the interrogators, the alleviation of getting out of that situation was in that moment perceived as enough of a luxury to exchange his freedom for it.
Chris, come stand up for me. I'm going to have you face that wall. Lift up your hands.
Wow. I wish the guy that made this video would like tell us how many years he got. Like, I'm assuming he got life, but you know, it just would have been nice if the guy would have told us. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched all 3 videos, bro, I fuck with you heavy, bro. This is my 2nd series on this channel. It's not really a series, but well, it was 3 videos. That's kind of a series. But I've done one with Paternity Court. It was this video. It had 2 parts. I'm not even sure if that video is still on my channel, bro. Y'all know how this copyright shit go. So, yeah, man, if you watched all 3 videos, thank you guys so much. I love you guys. This is crazy, bro. This video was crazy. I think this was the longest video I've ever done. So, yeah, y'all just watched a little Mike TV history. But once again, man, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this, make sure to actually like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon, man. Peace.